Hello and welcome to Booking Through Life. I'm Mary, and today we're going to talk about my Around the World in 80 Days Readathon TBR. So it's hosted by Miriam at Miriam Elizabeth Reads. It must be Holly with Lovely Day with Holly and Anne with a Book. So they are the fabulous hosts. The readathon started January 11th and it's running through March 31st. So you have time to join in if you'd like. And you're supposed to read one book set in each country that Phileas Fogg visited. And then the bonus is to read Around the World in 80 Days to complete all countries with one book. Well, I'm definitely reading that. Around the World in 80 Days. I got it right here. And so it's been a long time since I read this book. I grew up with I don't know which version it was, but whatever version was a long, long time ago. Grew up watching Around the World in 80 Days and loved it. And I just recently watched the PBS or the Masterpiece Theater Around the World in 80 Days with David Tennant. And that was really good. I liked that one quite a bit. So I'm ready for a reread of that. And then, I think I said, did I say this is a partial TBR? Because I haven't gotten a few of these figured out. And I don't really, I'm in the not book buying mode right now. So I probably will check them out at the library. And I don't really want to check them out yet. I want to wait until I've finished the ones that I have. So here are the countries. Well, I'll just tell you the countries as I'm going along with the book. So the first country is Europe. It's set in England. And so I've already read several books that are set in England. But if I have the time, I will read a new book just for this readathon. And I will read Mr. Malcolm's List by Suzanne Allen. And I love the movie. Hopefully it's not one of those where the movie was much better than the book. Kind of like Bridgerton. I tried to read The Duke and I, and I'm like, what? This is not my kind of a book. And Bridgerton's pretty racy. If you haven't seen it, I think the second season wasn't as racy as the first season. But man, there were some steamy scenes in that. Anyway, so I'm hoping to read that. Then the next country is France. And for that, I'm going to read Andrew Miller's Pure. I absolutely loved the other book that I read by him. And I just talked about it, and I can't remember the name of it. But that doesn't matter. I'm going to read Pure, and it's set in France. Oh, We Shall Be Entirely Free. That's what it's called. And then the next setting is Italy. And so I'm going to read Rhys Bowen's The Tuscan Child, a novel. Anyway, it's a 1944 British bomber pilot parachuted out of a plane. So I'm going to try that one. And then the next prompt is Egypt. I don't have a book for that. If you know any books, good books that are set in these countries that I don't have a book for, please let me know in the comments. I'll read them. So Egypt, don't have a book for that. Yemen, I was Googling books. There's something about salmon, or I don't know. There's some book that's kind of recommended. That's probably the book I'll pick unless somebody else has a recommendation. There's India. I don't have a book for that. But I do have a book for Singapore. And that's Crazy Rich Asians by Kevin Kwan. And again, I saw the movie, but I didn't read the book. So I got this book a while ago and just haven't gotten around to it. So perfect time to get around to it. The next country is China. Don't have a book for China. The next country is Japan. Don't have a book for Japan. The next country is USA, and I picked this up at a Starbucks, at a little free library in a Starbucks. It's Stormfront. It's by Jim Butcher, and it's book one of the Dresden Files. And it's set in, I do believe it's Chicago in the United States. So I thought, good time to start this book. So that's my next book. And then the last country is Ireland, and I don't have a book for that either. So again, if you have any recommendations, please leave them in the comments. I'd love to hear your recommendations. If you've read any of those books, let me know how you got along with it. And look, this is it. It's done. This is my partial TBR for Around the World in 80 Days. I hope to see you again soon, and I hope all of your good books are good books. Until next time, I'll see you later.